everyone. Welcome to today's Sky Racing Thursday news. And while champion mare Winx was retired a few months ago, tonight she'll receive further accolades for her outstanding services to thoroughbred racing. Tonight she'll most likely win again the Australian Champion Racehorse of the Year for the last racing season. That function being held in Hobart. And joining that in Melbourne, it's the Sport Australia Hall of Fame Awards tonight. And the mare will be presented with the Spirit of Sport Award for her consecutive 33 wins. The team around Winx, some owners, are going to Hobart for the national awards. The trainer and the jockey and some owners will be in Melbourne for the Sport Australia Awards. And we congratulate the team around Winx for those presentations that will take place tonight. Well, Tony McEvoy isn't giving up on the dream of having two runners in the Tab Everest on Saturday week. We know that Sunlight is there, but Dispatch is lining up on Saturday in the Scalacci Stakes at Caulfield, and we know the winner of this race gets an automatic start in the Everest. Dispatch, well, going back earlier this year, won the Goodwood in Adelaide, leading all the way. On Saturday, with good pace in the Scalacci from Ball of Muscle, just taking a nice sit as the number one aim, according to Tony McEvoy. Also, the plus is coming back to 1,100 metres. Off a couple of runs at 1,400, Dispatch didn't relish that sort of trip, has had a good freshen up back at Anguston, and 1,100 metres is going to suit. Trekking's the favourite at this stage to win the Scalacci over Bonds Away, and Dispatch is at double figure odds at this stage. And by the way, Sunlight will arrive in Sydney today. Champagne Cuddles and Beyond Baker. Could they get a late call-up into the Tab Everest? The horse is going to be entered for the Sydney Stakes, and as we know, emergencies out of the Sydney Stakes are normally placed as emergencies into the big Tab Everest. So there still can be a little bit to play out if some horse has an issue next week. Champagne Cuddles is really pleased since running second in the Golden Pendant behind Mizzy. It finished off really strongly. Now, if it lines up in the Sydney Stakes, it'll have blinkers on and will have Nashra with her aboard. So a bit to play out regarding Champagne Cuddles. More likely will run in the Sydney Stakes, but certainly Bjorn hasn't given up on getting a late call into the Everest. Well, the New Zealand pair for Andrew Forsman and Murray Baker, Quick Thinkin and Rhaegar, are out to upstage the favourite Shadow Hero in Saturday's Spring Champion. Quick Thinkin will certainly appreciate the forecast of rain. It arrives Friday into Saturday. Rhaegar got really keen in the Gloaming Stakes at its last run, and certainly they're hoping that the horse will settle a lot better there on the weekend. But as we've seen there, Quick Thinkin won at Rose Hill on a rain-affected track, and that's a positive if the rain does arrive. Shadow Hero, a clear favourite over Castelvecchio, and Just Thinkin and Quick Thinkin are right there as well. Mark Newnham has Quackerjack back at the races on Saturday in the third race at Randwick, and off two really nice trials, particularly this last trial that we're showing you now, where it won by 3 or 4 lengths. And the thought also of a rain-affected track doesn't daunt the positivity of Mark Newnham. The horse has won 2 from 3 on soft, it's 1 on heavy, and it's got a good first-up record. Now, Quackerjack does hold an entry for the Golden Eagle, but it's more likely the horse will be set towards the Villiers later on this year. Grey Worm's the favourite, but certainly Quackerjack is right there in the tab market for the third race on Saturday. Lots of other news on social media. The Kosciuszko notation galloped nice this morning at Canberra. Gee, it's an exciting period of racing right here in Sydney.